Yeah, it's you're just trying to get as much skill and team speed out there as you can in those overtime sessions, and unfortunately, when it comes down to that 3-on-3, it just becomes man on man, much like the 4-on-4. But obviously, with the 3-on-3, a little bit more ice there, and we just lost coverage there for a split second, and that's what happens. So, um, you know, it's too bad. I thought we played a pretty solid game against one of the better teams in the conference.
Yeah, the last two nights, I mean, you guys seem to have been pretty effective in generating chances, but why is it still not going in the net?
Well, one thing as a coaching staff, you can't teach guys to put pucks in the net. As a coaching staff, you can control neutral zone play, D zone coverage, work ethic, special teams, all those components that I think we're very good at. We certainly show video on offensive zone play and show positive stuff in terms of us generating traffic and good scoring opportunities. But at the end of the day, it's the player that has to put the puck in the net. If it's not going in, it's pretty hard as a coaching staff to tap it in for them, so to speak. So we just got to stick with it. Last night we outchanced the team 26-4 and lose a hockey game. It's a little bit discouraging, but certainly from a team standpoint, I don't know if we could play a better game than we did last night. And I think tonight we were really good as well. The power play was a little bit off tonight. But other than that, I thought our 5-on-5 play was good, and I suspect that once the chances are tallied here, we probably outchanced them again.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Bedsy scouted your PP pretty good there, kind of stacking two guys to block the Galiev one time.
Yeah, for sure. And their PK were extremely aggressive. And we talked about it before the game. We had some video clips about what their PK is. Their percentage isn't, their special teams aren't overwhelming in terms of where they are in the league standings. But I thought they were very aggressive. The first couple of power plays, I thought we just got outworked. And I thought the third one was much better. But they were keying up on Galiev there. He just wasn't getting his shot off there. And we didn't make the proper adjustments there, but overall, power play was just a little bit out of sync tonight.
There are Troy, lots of changes at this level and line combination changes, but is there a chemistry factor here maybe that's going into the little lack of scoring?
I don't think so. I mean, when if there's lack of chemistry within the lines, then you wouldn't get chances. Last night, I mean, when you outchance a team 26-4. As I said to someone today, last night's game, for example, was not the analytics community would have been shaking their head in last night's game, just based on every category you could think of in terms of a hockey game. We controlled it, but didn't get the win. And then again tonight, much closer. I mean, Springfield is some scouts say they're the best team in the conference. I mean, they got a number of prospects mixed in with some good veterans, so that's a good hockey club over there. And I thought we were just as good tonight. Just it was a 1-1 hockey game, and they got the winner in overtime.
This is the first year for this 3-on-3 thing at any length. Is there any strategy involved here? Is there anything you would ever spend any time working on it?
Well, I think when it comes to the 4-on-4, we talked about being a little bit more patient today. I thought that our last overtime in Wilkes-Barre was a little bit up and down, and so we wanted to back the D off just a little bit on the 4-on-4. But when it comes to 3-on-3, there's so much ice out there. It's just a matter of getting as much skill and speed out there as you can, and make sure that when you don't have the puck, it's just man-on-man coverage, and that's what it became. And there was, that the goal was, Galiev lost Tynan, or number 18, for that split second, and that gave him the opportunity to at least score.
Happy with the way Stevenson responded getting back in there?
I thought so. We rolled a 4-line game, and you could argue that I probably could have used him a little bit more in terms of ice time, but I thought he was using his speed, and we've been preaching to him to shoot the puck. His shots on goal total are not near as good or near as high as it needs to be for a kid that shoots the puck as well as he does. But I thought, though they arguably could have been our best line overall, I really liked Byers' game. That was one of his best games in a while, and he was physical and engaged tonight. So I was real happy with those guys tonight.
Your two-game scouting report on Burakovsky, and is the plan for him to go back to the Caps now?
Yes, Volpatti and Burakovsky will be heading back to the Capitals tomorrow or tonight. And, he's a dynamic player. I mean, certainly you can see his skill level and his speed. Certainly needs to manage the puck better. You could see that he was trying to do too much at times and had some turnovers, but overall, I mean, certainly if there comes a point when he comes back down to Hershey, we'll welcome him with open arms.
How about O'Brien? Is he staying?
As far as I know, the only two that we've been made aware of that will be returning is Volpatti and Burakovsky.
What is your break schedule now?
5 days. It's just tough to. The guys get 3 mandatory days. And tomorrow would have been a day off, so they're going to get a nice 5-day break. And I'd say about 75% of the team is leaving to go visit with their families, and it's a good time for them to kind of recharge and reset, so to speak. And maybe from an offensive perspective, with some goal totals not nearly where we want them to be, maybe get some guys come back and. Maybe all of a sudden the offensive game in terms of our goals for changes in our favor because it's certainly the Achilles heel of the team. I really believe how we play in a lot of the other components of the game that if we could just get even a half a goal game or more, we could certainly win the division and be near the top of the conference, but you got to get the goals. Yeah, morning skate guys will be in, and we'll go a little bit longer Friday morning than a normal morning skate and try and get their guys back. Lehigh Valley, they're the same type of break. They're going 5 days. Most of the guys are leaving from Hartford tonight, which they played in, so it'll be a even game Friday night with both teams having 5 days off.
Did you get to take in much of the Hall of Fame ceremony?
Yeah, we, the whole team thought it was important that the whole team come out to the bench and the coaching staff as well. And certainly, we're not familiar with the inductees, but it's always special, and it just tells you how sacred this franchise is and how important it is to the American Hockey League that this type of ceremony takes place. Okay, thank you. Have a good holidays.